Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are jumping right into Chapter 61 of the Bibliomancers series. We're about to see how a full-blown rebellion can get started over breakfast, how you can actually go about debunking a god, and, maybe most importantly, how a bitter enemy can turn into your most crucial ally.
So this chapter kicks off with what seems like a totally normal scene, right? You've got Princess Maria, Cormac, and Ronan just having breakfast at an inn. But a simple question about the corrupt high priest just snowballs, and it quickly turns into an outright declaration of war.
And there it is, just dropped so casually between bites of food. With that one sentence, Princess Maria basically announces her new life's mission. And Cormac and Ronan are, well, to say they're shocked is an understatement. The plan isn't all there yet, but the intent, oh, that is crystal clear.
But before she can even start plotting out her coup, Maria knows she has to do something else first. She needs to tear down the very foundation of power in her world, which is faith. And she starts right at the top, with the gods themselves.
She lays it all out for Cormac. Look, it wasn't some kind of divine insight that made her suspicious of the Pontifex Maximus. Nope, it was just simple observation. She noticed that all the so-called divinely chosen virgins fit a very specific and, let's be honest, very human type. Her conclusion? This had nothing to do with the gods and everything to do with the priest's gross personal preferences.
So when Ronan the paladin, a man of faith, warns her about blasphemy and points to his own powers as proof that the gods are real, Maria doesn't even flinch. Instead, she challenges the very nature of his power. She puts a critical question to him. Maria just breaks it down with pure, cold logic. Her argument is simple. A true miracle, a real gift from a god, should absolutely require faith to use. But a spell is just a formula. It's a learned skill, something that should work for anyone who knows the instructions, whether they're a believer or not. And to settle it, once and for all, she makes a simple request. She asks Ronan, "Teach me one of your illusion prayers." If it's really divine, it shouldn't work for her. She's a proud atheist. But if it's just a spell, well, it will. And it works. Maria says the words Ronan taught her, and boom, she casts the illusion spell perfectly. Just like that, she proves her point in the most direct way imaginable, completely shattering Ronan's deeply held beliefs. It's not a miracle, it's just magic. And in a kingdom where the king's right to rule supposedly comes directly from the gods, woof, that is a seriously dangerous, revolutionary idea.
Okay, so with the whole theological debate pretty much settled, their first real move is a political one. They have to travel to Red Hollow Vale to recruit an ally who is both strategically essential and, personally, very complicated.
And yeah, that ally is M. Reed, the very same woman whose deception got Maria shamed, nearly eaten by a dragon, and publicly branded the slutty princess. So, as you can probably guess, Ronan is not exactly thrilled about this particular road trip.
The reunion is just as awkward as you'd think. Maria cuts right to the chase, and M tries to just brush off their entire history with this really lame apology. But Maria needs her. M is a master of PR and persuasion, which is exactly what a wannabe queen with a terrible reputation needs. The whole conversation takes a sharp turn, though, when M admits that she was the one who orchestrated all the cruel bullying Maria suffered back in school.
But then M tries to deny it. When Maria confronts her about feeding lies to the other girls, M plays dumb, saying she had no idea how much pain it was actually causing.
But nope, Maria has an ace up her sleeve, that magic lie-detecting ring the dragon gave her. The ring immediately flares up, signaling a lie, and Maria calls her on it right there. There's just no escaping the truth this time.
So backed into a corner, M finally admits it. She orchestrated the psychological bullying out of pure spite. But when Maria pushes even further, asking if seducing her that same night was also part of the plan to hurt her, M's denial is just emphatic. It's desperate.
And this time, the ring confirms it. She's telling the truth. That one single moment of honesty, the proof that their intimacy wasn't part of the betrayal, is just enough. It becomes the foundation they can build on, allowing Maria to forgive her and form this fragile but absolutely necessary alliance.
Okay, so with all that heavy emotional history finally out in the open, the conversation shifts. They go from reconciliation to negotiation. It's time to talk business, and M, she has a condition for her help.
So M can't just up and join the coup. She's stuck on this project for a client, and it requires a magical statue from this brilliant but totally uninspired sculptor named Bethany. The deal is, if Maria can get Bethany to actually work, M is in.
So Ronan and Maria find Bethany, and she is just completely unwilling to sculpt what she calls a fat old mage. So they come up with this brilliant little reverse psychology play. They basically just play on her artistic ego, talking loudly about how they'll have to go commission her biggest rival to do a prestigious nude statue of Queen Maria. The fear of missing out on that huge opportunity works like a charm. Suddenly, Bethany is very, very inspired to sculpt Maria instead.
The thing is, the plan works a little too well. When they bring Bethany's original client, Matt the Mage, over to the studio, he sees Bethany's new, incredible sketch of Maria. He's so blown away that he immediately wants to change his whole commission to a statue of her, the slutty princess.
Maria is about to just shut it all down, but Ronan, he spots a new opening here. He explains Maria's whole mission to Matt and pivots the negotiation. Instead of asking for a modeling fee, he asks if Matt has a magic item that might be useful in, and this is key, a bloodless coup.
And that quick thinking turns what was supposed to be a simple little side quest into a massive success. It all ends with Maria securing the very first real, tangible assets for her rebellion. I mean, just look at this slide. It perfectly lays out the incredible win-win-win-win situation Ronan just engineered. Maria poses, which inspires Bethany, which gets Matt his amazing statue, which frees up M to help the coup. And at the end of it all, Maria walks away with not just the PR mastermind she came for, but a bag of 10 magical items.
And that magical item? It's a total game changer. Matt gives her 10 recording stones. These are basically magical bugs, you know? They can secretly record and replay conversations. For a bloodless coup that's going to be fought with information and perception and influence, this is the absolute perfect weapon.
So, Chapter 61 leaves Maria in this incredible position of strength. Think about it. She's debunked the gods, she's reconciled with a powerful enemy, and she's secured 2 critical assets, a propaganda expert and a weapon of espionage. It just leaves us with this one thrilling question. What is she going to do with them first?